I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. We got NBA playoff news. Y'all know we're here to talk about what just happened in Indiana in the Eastern Conference Finals in Game 6 between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. New York Knicks just got their head beat in. Salute the friends and family. Appreciate y'all all tapping in. Bucks Nation, hey, playoff nation, what's good? We said in the last live, friends and family, if the Pacers did not win this game, they would be going home in Game 7. They heard what we were saying, and they went ahead and handled their business. And yet again, a team that the Bucks lost to in the playoffs is going to the finals. That lets you know where all this trade talk and all these wild trades y'all talking about, the Bucks are not far off. We played the Pacers the hardest out of anybody in the NBA playoffs, and we were down our second best player. Just keep that in mind. I see all the messages y'all be sending me on Instagram and all of that about trade so and so for this. Before y'all talk about any trades for the Milwaukee Bucks, take a consideration, take a deep breath, and a step back. How off are we if we took this team to the brink? How off are we? Just take that in consideration, uh, friends and family in Bucks Nation. Now we're gonna get into this game. This game is very simple to decipher here. It's turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over against the Indiana Pacers and expect to win. Period. You cannot turn the ball over. We're gonna get into the stats here, but just off of just the visual, you could see you can't turn the ball over against the. I told y'all turn the ball. Now look at the score: 125, 108. That's because you turning the ball over. You can't turn the ball over against the Pacers. You're trying to lose turning the ball over against the Pacers. That's when they start get going. Now you got Thomas Bryant hitting threes. Now you got Siakam going crazy. And I want to say this too before we get into the numbers and all that, friends and family, is that if I wanted to say someone is the MVP of the Eastern Conference Finals or the Eastern Conference, it's Pascal Siakam. It's Pascal Siakam. It's not Haliburton. That's why I be telling y'all, if y'all want the real, this is where you should go. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. These fools on the internet and ESPN and Fox Sports. Oh, Halliburton's a superstar. You see what he did? Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just a prisoner of the moment. We know this dude. He's solid, but he's not a superstar, and he showed that today. He's a solid player, but he can't carry the team by himself. That's the difference between a superstar and a star. They have multiple stars. Pascal Siakam is a star. Tyrese Haliburton is a star. They do not have a superstar on that roster. Let's be clear. That's why I be telling y'all, stop listening to this media. If I didn't tell y'all that and I'm the media, don't even listen to it. See all these dummies and fools and low IQ and low vibrational content on ESPN. Don't watch that. They say anything. I told y'all weeks ago, right? I told y'all weeks ago, Giannis wasn't going nowhere months ago. But they're saying this on ESPN is saying all. I said, what did I say? And what, lo and behold, I was right. Just listen to the guidance. That's all I want to tell y'all. Listen to the guidance. Just listen to the guidance. Let's get into these numbers. I can't believe the Knicks played this bad in a game 6. I'm really shocked that they turned the ball over like that because there were certain points in the game where I feel like Indiana was shook a little bit. The game was close at halftime. OG Anunoby played excellent in the first half. He really held them together in the first half. It wasn't Jalen Brunson. It was really OG. OG was going on. Not saying Jalen wasn't getting his money, but Jalen had to work for everything that he wanted. Nemhard and them were on his helmet. And I also want to say, as bad as we talk about Brook Lopez, Miles Turner is low-key trash too. I just want to put that out there. Miles Turner was getting treated. They had to get him up off of Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns was using him. So as I remember y'all talking about trading for Miles Turner. I don't want no Miles Turner. He washed too. He can't move his feet. He can only move his feet slightly better than Brook, and he's a much younger player. Get him out of here. I don't want to hear nothing about no trades for Miles Turner ever again. He's slightly more agile than Brook, slightly. Let's get into these numbers. Pass tap you in a second, bro. Appreciate you. Blowout performance. Knicks choked on the road. 125, 108. The game was close at halftime. And then the Indiana turned up in the third quarter, and they held that lead going into the fourth. You just can't turn the ball over against this team and expect to win. Mikal Bridges poured in 15. OG Anunoby, their best player today, had 24. Karl Anthony Towns had a good second half with 22. But look at the turnovers. Mikal Bridges by himself, 5 turnovers. OG Anunoby had 1. Karl Anthony Towns with 2. Mitchell Robinson played very strong early, but didn't give him too much late. 2 turnovers. Jalen Brunson, everybody's trying to call a superstar as well. 5 turnovers, 19 points, 8 of 18 in an elimination game. What are we talking about? Could you imagine Giannis going 8 of 18 in an elimination game and only having 19 points? Could you imagine? And I also want to talk about, as much as friends and family be talking about Dame's defense, right? I told y'all, I pay attention. What were they doing to Jalen Brunson today? What was happening to Jalen Brunson today? He was getting put in action. They was working Jalen Brunson on defense, putting him in every pick and roll, weren't they? That's why I be telling y'all, y'all talk about Dame. None of these point guards play defense. It's not, to be honest, Dame played defense better than half of these point guards, to keep it real. And we was watching Jalen Brunson get treated on defense. Treated. But they don't talk about his defense. Because it don't matter, because he putting in buckets. But his defense is porous as well. I just want to put that out there. Jalen Brunson can't stop a nosebleed. Landry Shamet came in off the bench and gave them some quality minutes, gave him 12 points in 16 minutes. The problem with them, free throw shooting, 9 of 32 from the three-point line, 17 turnovers. You deserve to lose. You can't play like this on the road and expect to win. 28% from the free throw, from the three-point line, 65% from the free throw line, 17 turnovers, only 23 assists. You're not going to beat Indiana playing like that. It's just not going to happen. Their MVP, Pascal Siakam, 10 of 18, 3 of 5 from 3, 8 of 11. This Pascal had 3 blocks, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 31. Aaron Naismith, 10 points. Miles Turner, 11 points. Nembhard, 14. Haliburton had 21 with 13 assists, but he also had 4 turnovers. Obi Toppin played very well today. Obi Toppin and Thomas Bryant really took them over the top today. Obi Toppin, 2 of 4, 8 from 3, 18 points. Thomas Bryant, 11 points. But look at this, Knicks. How are y'all going to expect to beat the Pacers? They're shooting 54% from the field, 50% from the 3, 84% from the line. Yo, the Pacers just went 50, 40, 90 on them in an elimination game. 50, 40, 90 in an elimination game. Damn near. You shoot 50 from the 3, 50% plus from the field, you're not going to lose many games. You're just not going to lose. The Knicks couldn't stop a nosebleed in this game. The wheels came off in the second half. What I tell y'all, 30 assists, you probably won. 10 steals, 9 blocks, only 12 turnovers. This score is indicative of what the numbers show. This score, again, is indicative of what the numbers show. Let's get into these team stats. We'll bring you in here. Pass. I'll put the link in the chat. Shout out to everybody. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Please hit the like button. Significant difference in field goal percentage. Significant difference in three-point percentage. Significant difference in free throw percentage. Rebounding is fairly same. Mitchell did do well on the offensive rebounding side, which gave them the edge there. Defensive rebounds is fairly equal. Assists favor the Pacers. Steals are equal. Blocks favor Pacers. Turnovers favor Pacers. 13 to 18. This is the difference in the game, you guys. These fools almost have 40 points on them off of turnovers. How different is this game if they just have half of the turnovers that they had? 34 points off of turnovers is insane. That's insane. That's the difference in this game. All the other numbers don't matter. That's just all window dressing. 34 points off of turnovers, you deserve to lose. Period. Unbelievable these dudes came and played like that. Unbelievable. Tap you in past it. I'm gonna just shout out everybody in the chat real quick, bro. Let me get you in here. Shout out the pass. Put the link in the chat here too momentarily. What up, pass? Appreciate you, bro. What's good, bro?
What's good? What's good?
Let me just shout out everybody in the chat, and then we go get into this. These turnovers they had was crazy today. What up, Derek? What up, Luke? Boy, mommy, what's good? Appreciate you. Mr. Cool in the building, what's good? Appreciate you, Mr. Cool. Greg Delaney in the building. JST Fresh Tech, what's good? Curated Christian, what's good? Appreciate y'all tapping in. Eric Payne, what's good, bro? Good to see you. Brandon King Carter in the building. Appreciate y'all. Jeff Riley, what's good? Humble Gentleman, what's good, bro? Jonathan Porter, see all y'all in the building. Jimmy Roller, what's good, bro? We gonna chop this up here in a minute. AB, what's good, bro? 7Z in the building. What's up, 7Z? It's been a little bit. Salute. Monalando in the building. Shout out to Toronto. Appreciate you. Hey, Jeff, you was right, bro. If they didn't win today, it was a wrap. They played well tonight. Pacers played well. Kenny Mack, what's good, bro? Saul Callie in the building. I hope y'all enjoyed our last live. It was extremely entertaining as well. Just want to put that out there. Robert Walker Murphy in the building. What's good, man? Queens of the chat in the building. Shout out to them. All right. Pass. What happened today?
Your superstars did not show up.
Came in with smoke immediately.
These are the superstars you're talking about? Cat's a superstar. Brunson's a superstar. This is the superstar you're talking about, huh?
Get up, pass. Get up.
This is what we're down to.
8-18 and 8-19 from their two best players.
Cat got cooked by the same play over and over again by Haliburton, over and over again, and he didn't bother even changing it once. Why are you guarding in drop coverage?
Drop coverage, but that's what they was used to. That they couldn't wait to see that drop. Oh, we know this. That's Brook do. We're ready for that.
Every single game they have lost, that the Knicks have lost, is because of that reason. The times they don't play it that much, they've won. I don't understand why you keep doing this. This is coaching issues. This is cat issues.
Facts.
Where you keep, if every other player on the court is telling you, "Hey, you should stop doing that." Brunson, I could see the body language from Macau.
Right.
You could tell he was pissed off about that. You were giving them way too much space for no reason.
For no reason, yeah. You got to fight over the screen. But even if we look past that, the turnovers were their demise. 34 points off of turnovers pass is insane. I mean, that's really bad.
I will say this. This is something that I'm going to give both these teams, especially when you're watching from like a neutral point of view. Tony Brothers should not be coaching. Could not be coaching this thing, man.
Referee, right?
This is some of the worst referees.
Yeah, officiate. You said coaching. He meant officiating. Go ahead.
He might as well have been coaching the way he was out there.
They better be lucky OG was cooking in the first half too. OG wasn't cooking in the first half. They'd have got blown out in the first half. Pass.
How that McBride was out of bounds, even though we never saw it from the angle that they showed us. He looked like he was inbound, completely fine. And then the other thing that was clearly a charge on Cat, they called a foul. They called a blocking foul. All right, fine.
Hey, Robin, he was biased. I'm not going to even hold you. Reggie Miller was definitely biased with his commentating for
Are we surprised? Are we surprised that the Pacers legacy player is not biased against the team he played for so long? Let's be real. Come on.
Right. No, the free throws were key, 7Z. I'm not saying 9 free throws, but 34 points off of turnovers. That's the biggest issue in this game. Besides 50% shooting from the Pacers from the 3-point line and from the field is insane. Would you agree? That's kind of crazy, Pass.
Bro, how do you shoot this badly? These are players who shoot well at the free throw line too, which is the funny part. Well, as soon as they said the stat line for Cat, I'm like, did Giannis take him over or some shit at the free throw line?
Right, he was hoping, right?
Like, did Giannis...
but that's the problem with the Pacers. They can't defend the paint.
I mean, yeah, their paint defenders aren't good, but
Right.
they have good. Their defense is mainly at the perimeter, which works really well against teams like this.
And then, Paz, would you agree that Pascal Siakam should be the MVP of
What do you mean by
the Eastern
MVP?
Conference Finals over Haliburton? I feel like he's been a bigger impact.
I thought he did get it today.
No, I haven't been watching. I've been online now, so I turned it off. It was a blowout.
I didn't see it either, but that's what everyone was saying in the chat.
So oh, he got it? Okay, Siakam got it. He deserved it. So then, if that's the case, let's let go of the Haliburton superstar talk. Let's just let that go.
I mean, I was never there to begin with, but that's
so
fine.
We don't want to bring that up no more. No Haliburton superstar. That should never happen. When you want to, can you imagine, as cold as Dame is, could you imagine Dame getting MVP over Giannis? No.
I mean, I don't think Dame's a superstar anymore either. So
yeah, at this point, yeah, he's a star now, especially after Achilles. But I'm just saying, you would never you couldn't see that happening because of how dominant Giannis really is. And that's what a superstar is. That's what we need to clarify. A superstar is sustained dominance over time. Not 1 or 2 games here, have a couple stinkers. It's sustained dominance. If Giannis had a bad game, it would be 20-10. That's a terrible, awful game for him.
I am going to slightly disagree. Not on the full thing. Because look, one player who did have both SGA and Jokic had really bad games in those series against them. I would still say they were superstars.
Okay, all right.
So, like, I'll give it to him. But the thing with Hallie is this is consistently the thing where he'll have one very good game. He looks amazing. Next game, you're pretty much taking out the game.
And let's be honest, in this game, he scored after the game was out of reach. He started scoring when they were cooking a little bit. They were cooking. They were cooking already. Fast break.
They were good. I don't know. It's good to have it because it does kill the momentum that any momentum that the Knicks have. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So I do think it mattered. Obviously, a macro sense, it probably didn't matter because you were going to lose this series no matter what. If they're shooting 50% from 3, you can't say goodbye.
You can't win. But the thing is, they were good shots. Let's be honest. The Pacers played good offense today. A lot of wide open threes. Am I lying? Pass. Were there not a ton of open threes for the Pacers?
They make sure to rotate that ball. Like, they've been practicing this for 2 years straight. They've been honing this type of offense down. They have it down pat now. Even the stuff that they were doing against us in last year, with how they were full court pressuring, they were doing that a lot with Nembhard again this game. And it makes a huge difference.
Hey, no, Nembhard pressuring Jalen Brunson threw their offense off.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson was god awful this game, man.
Yeah, he picked a bad day to have an off game, but I think the pressure from Nembhard threw him off. He was a little bit more successful against Naismith. When they put Nembhard on it, it seemed to slow him down. 1 second, Pat. What up, Miss Robert Walker Murphy? Appreciate the $20 super chat. Not too much on Brunson, LOL, but for real, my dude was in jail today. The squad was looking like high school team. Shout out to Mitchell and OG, though. There's going to be a different looking team next year. Absolutely. Salute. Appreciate you, Miss Robert Walker Murphy.
I'll be honest, OG has been pretty bad this whole series, if I'm being honest. I understand McCall's getting a lot of hate online, especially because, look, he traded 5-round picks. You expect him to be really good. I'm saying the same thing for OG too, because some of the stuff he's been getting away from stuff that I think is underperforming.
He only had one per se stinker though, because he had 24 today, 11, 22, 16, 16.
It's more than just that though. It's not the numbers. It's how much you're shooting, how efficient you are. You are not the second option. You're not the first option. You are the third and sometimes fourth option.
Hold on, we're going to tap in a new person here. What up, Curated Christian? About to tap you in, bro. Hold on 1 second. We're going to tap in somebody new here. Give me a second. What's good, bro? How you doing, bro?
What up, man?
What up?
Appreciate you letting me in there and get me in the stream. Appreciate it.
All right, no doubt, bro. We just chopping it up about the game today. We got Pass giving his take. Before we go back to Pass, bro, we're going to go to you real quick, Curated Christian. So let me know what you thought about today's game. Good, bad, and ugly.
I know he's happy. I can tell from that from that jersey.
Y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. No, it was really good, man. I'm just glad. I was really worried about the way that the New York played. Last game really had me worried, man, the way they beat up us. So I knew that if we could pull it off, then we good. But if not, oh, it's gonna be tough in New
Let me
York.
ask you this: as a Pacers fan, do you think that y'all were gonna lose Game 7 if it was in MSG? At MSG, do you think you would lose? Y'all would have lost that if y'all lost today?
Possibly,
Yeah, I think so.
because this wasn't last year's injured Knicks, right? Like they tough, man. They tough. I gave Robin a shout out. The Knicks are tough, but I knew it was possible because we did beat them.
Right.
So yeah, no, I'm happy about it for sure.
So what are your takes from today's game? So like, do you feel like now your Pacers have a
Mm.
legit chance against OKC? Like, what do y'all need to do to be successful moving forward?
If they play aggressively like they did on the times they won, then we can put up a fight. Um, we'll just see. I know everybody's wanting us to be swept or gentlemanly swept, but hey, we've been
You
doubted
know my
in
take on that.
every single series. Every single series we've been doubted, but
All right.
we still here.
Yeah,
We still
that's a
here.
fact. That's true though. Y'all haven't doubted every
Yeah,
series, and y'all still here. That's a fact.
every time.
But you
Look, you're
already
like,
know though, if y'all
yeah.
beat the Bucks, you automatically go to the finals in the East. You beat the Bucks, you
At
automatically
least
go to.
he's
It's
look.
5 years
No,
straight.
no,
It's
no. He's not.
five
He's not
years
lying. He's not
straight.
lying. He actually is not lying about this.
That's
Literally, every
5
single
years.
team that has either
Not
has gone against
necessarily. We
us for
beat y'all
some
last year.
reason.
We didn't go to the finals, so
No, ECF.
I'm
It's
glad we
minimum
did this year.
ECF. It's minimum
Minimum
ECF.
ECF. Minimum is ECF.
Fair,
Minimum. Yeah.
fair point. Fair point. Fair point.
We
Yeah.
get we
Every
battle test all these teams. If you can't be
every single team for some reason. If you go
the
against us, you're
Miami Heat,
guaranteed to go.
Pacers, Boston, we can go on and on. It's crazy. It's
Y'all
crazy.
got a track record since you have one of the best, most unstoppable forces in the NBA. It's kind of hard to like that puts us like that. We learned how to be tough
Right.
facing you guys. So props
That's
to
true.
y'all, man.
See, that's exactly what we were
Props
saying,
to y'all
Pass. How long we been saying that?
for
That
sure.
our physicality got them tough for everyone else. Not everyone else isn't ready for their physicality.
I mean, it's one player's physicality, but yes, it's literally just one
Right.
guy. Because like, look, if I'm a Pacers, if I'm a player on the Pacers, if I see Brooke Lopez, I am fiending, I am salivating that man is on the court.
Facts. Facts.
I'll be honest with you. So since you're a Pacers fan, I want to ask you this question:
Mm.
If or are you? Because I know there's a tax thing going on, or were you guys be willing to? Do you want to resign Miles Turner or no?
That's a great question.
Got to do it. He's the one of the main reasons. Now it's a tough thing because Miles is so soft on defense, but he stretches the way we're able to be so five out. He does get blocks. He's kind of soft on defense, like one on one, especially with big bodies like
That's
Cat,
honest.
or even like spatially. Sometimes he kind of get lost. Like, sometimes he'll come back and get a block, but
Yeah, he
he
reminds me a lot of like
crucial.
Brooke
Got to get it done.
back then.
Got to get found.
He's
He,
very Brook like that. That's what I was saying before. He's got a lot of Brook in him.
Like
he's
Brook
like a
5.0.
yeah, he's like
A little younger, a little faster.
he's Brooke pre back surgery.
Yeah,
It's like exactly the same, very similar, but
right.
blames a lot for fouls that he very clearly committed. Like everything is exactly the same. Also, doesn't rebound
Before
that
we go
well.
further, I got a question for you, Pass, and then for you, bro. Is that do you think now after this loss that the Knicks are gonna blow it up, soft reboot, or are they going to panic and do something they probably shouldn't do? I'm gonna start
I
with
know
you,
what.
Pass, and go to you, Q rated.
If I am them, I already know what I'm doing. I am firing Tibbs. You are done with this situation, bro. Please get a different
Hold on,
coach. Get rid of him.
pass. Hold on, bro. Hold on. How you just come for Tibbs' neck like that, and he just got him to the
He
ECF?
should have
He
been
got him
gone
to
for
the
no.
ECF, bro. Come.
He there. Look, you look at the talent of the Knicks roster. This is the minimum I expected. Everyone expected this last year. Everyone was saying this last year. It was it's gonna be Knicks versus Celtics in the ECF. It wasn't until the Cavs started doing this crazy stuff then it changed. We found out later on the Cavs are frauds, which everyone was saying anyways.
Shots fired.
But look, at least we didn't lose by 40 points in the half,
Right.
right? We didn't do that. So shout out to you guys for that. Thank you for showing off that they are frauds. Thank you for that.
This is bad. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Pass. Keep it cooking. We go.
The reason why I say they should fire him is you need to the players that you have a way to make this offense way better than it actually is. giving it to Brunson every single time is not a good plan. Running offense to Cat is a good option. You can actually run something. Use your actual bench for once.
Yep, I agree.
Look, I know Knicks. I know everyone keeps saying Knicks bench sucks. Knicks bench sucks. I don't think it's that bad. Even you look at the names of a lot of these teams. I don't look. You look at. Don't take offense to this. All right. A lot of the Pacers bench, I have no clue who has to play. You think
like Shepherd, but they're giving good minutes though.
Thomas Bryant is
giving good minutes.
Thomas Bryant is giving you good minutes. I have never seen Thomas Bryant hit this many threes before.
But they're wide open, though. That's the thing. With the Pacers' offensive ball movement, so many people are wide open. Obi Toppin is open and taking advantage from three. Thomas Bryant, I mean, their bigs are killing from three. I mean, the Pacers are an interesting squad. They're an interesting squad.
Yes. I don't know. I think they should fire Tibbs. I don't know if they will. I don't, because you can't really do much with the roster right now. Because you could move one of them, but who do you move? Because you shouldn't move Cat. I know people are saying you should move him, but it's a dumb idea to do.
Yeah, I don't think they should move Cat.
Ideally, try to get a better bench, but the free agency isn't that great. So, what's your best option right now? Look, you know where this team caps out right now is ECF with this coach. So try a different coach.
Okay. I just don't know if I can say that past just because they've gone further with him than any other coach in recent memory. The reason why I say that's about pushback.
There's another reason why I say this. This is also a doc disciple. Keep that in mind. Tibbs is also a doc disciple. You make sure you get rid of any of those traces. You do not keep those doc disciples here.
So there's bias involved in this commentary.
Absolutely.
Then as well. Okay, absolutely. There we go. There, we got it out now, Q-Rating. We got it out now. It's on you, Q-Rating. What you think, bro? It's on you, bro.
I would say I love that Tibbs was able to put the bench in a little too late. So I would say give him a chance and see if he would try that next year. Trust more on his bench. Maybe this is a learning lesson for him. But after week 1 or 2 of the same stuff from last year, cut him. Get him out of there.
So you want to say I wasn't ready for that? Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm just saying, like, if he's gonna be the same old Tibbs, then yeah, cut him. But the fact that he did play and he saw good minutes from DeLon, I mean, Shannon, what kind of defense and shooting was he doing? Like, no, like, keep it up. But if he's not gonna play his bench, then you gotta go.
You got it. You're running your players into the ground. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. And now we gonna get into the other question. I want the chat to kick in here. What are the opportunities and options that the Pacers have to beat this OKC team that's so strong defensively? They have wing defenders, inside defense. They're in the passing lanes. They got a bench. What can the Pacers do to compete in this series? I'm going to start with you, Pass. Then we going to go to you, Curated Christian. Go ahead, Pass.
You already know my answer to this. So, I did say this before, that I honestly feel a 4 or 5 game series. But I'm not saying these are sweeps, like hard fought, like you have no chance. I do think you have a chance. I just think OKC's defense is just too elite to not to. Also, OKC gets away with a lot of crazy fouls. You think
I agree.
Knicks are getting away with crazy fouls? You ain't seen shit. The shit that I've seen, the terrorism that they are playing out there, you gonna hate Dort sooner or later. I guarantee you.
But Caruso, I think Dort and Caruso will be difference makers in this series.
There's a difference. Caruso is likable. Dort isn't. That's
agreed. But that thing is, Caruso gets away with a little bit of holding, a little bit more physicality because of his defensive prowess versus other players. That's what I'm saying. I think him and Dort get away with a little bit more.
Yeah, okay. Could I see this series going to 6? Possibly. Yeah. Do I think it's likely? No. But I do. If you were to give me a thing, I might change my opinion and make OKC in 6. I do think OKC, no matter what, is winning though. If you think I'm wrong, go ahead. That's my opinion. So like, I assume you're going to say Pacers or whatever. But like, whatever it is, I want to see what you think.
Yeah. Oh, you Curate. Then we'll go to B Shack. Shout out to B Shack for joining the line. What up, B Shack? Go ahead, Curated. It's on you, sir.
Oh, wait, also one more thing I want to
Okay,
say
go
before.
ahead, Pat.
I did the same thing also if the Knicks also won too. I was saying four or five no matter what, so it doesn't matter who it was. So don't take it too crazy. Said the same thing yesterday. I was going wild like last time.
Hold on one sec. Let me get the homie Bleach Report. What up, Bleach Report, boss? Appreciate the 4.99 super chat. Thank you, Pacers fans, for being honest. Congratulations, and I hope your team win the title so Giannis can stay. He can't run from that challenge. Facts. Facts.
Mm.
Facts. Shout out to Bleacher. Tap in, Bleacher, when you get time. All right, so you curated. Then we gonna go to B Shack. B Shack. The question is, what can the Pacers do to possibly compete for OKC? We got it on the Pacers fan right now. Curated. Then we will go to you, B Shack. Curated. What can y'all do, man?
All right. So before I'm gonna preface my answer with a time travel.
Okay.
We're gonna go back to the end of the
Okay.
Heat series. How much of a chance did the Cavaliers have against the Thunder if they went to the finals? Let's hear it.
We would probably say they have a pretty good chance being the best team and one of the
Mhm.
best teams in the NBA.
Now I know people are gonna say, "Oh, they injured," but it is what it is. They we beat them by 40 and a half, so they gave up. Got them out of there in five. We've been doubted against the Knicks. We're doubted against the Bucks. We're still here. And so if we can play at our maximum level when we're at our best, offensive, offensively, defensively, aggressively, then we got a shot. I'm not a fool. I'm realistic. I'm an appreciator of great talent. Obviously, I
Uh,
see what the Thunder have, but I'm not gonna count my team out that's gone this far.
That's
I'm
a
just
fair
not.
point. What
And so
y'all
I give
been
them a
through? No,
chance.
y'all battle tested. I'll give you all that. You're definitely battle
Come on,
tested.
against the
Yeah,
best of the East,
Yeah,
and
that's
starting with the
true.
also
Bucks.
I will also say this: your team is better, even though it's the same team from last year. It's a much better team this year than last year.
Correct.
For sure, for
I
sure,
agree. People leveled
for
up.
sure.
I think people leveled up, and that made a
Yeah.
difference. B Shack, what can Indiana do?
Listen, man. Should I be honest? Should I be politically correct
You gotta
Go
and
be.
try
both
to
Look,
ways.
you
say
know.
this
Give
thing?
both answers. Give the politically correct, then the I want to see the difference. Go ahead.
Well, I'm expecting in my Avery Johnson voice a very good series, and it's going to be competitive, and you got a good offensive team against a good defensive team, and
Your
we're
voice
looking
is
forward
spot
to a
on.
good series. And I hope everybody out there is happy because we got a good series going on with two Midwestern teams. And boy, I just can't wait. Now for the reality check. I I appreciate anyone who's going to stick with their team. Don't give up on your team. If you give up on your team now, I will lose respect for you. So
Right.
For sure.
I would never dime my team out like that. But I don't have a dog in the fight. And like I said in the chat, the torture chamber, I can hear it right now. It's being cranked up. Someone turned the ignition on tonight. They're starting to warm that torture chamber up. It's heating up right now. And the Indiana Pacers gonna go out there, and all that freedom of movement, all that space is about to go away. They're a good team. No one in the East can really match them as far as their speed, the diversity. But they're about to go against the top team in the NBA all season. All the talented teams in the league, they had the best record. The team that had the best chance of beating them in the championship was the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, healthy buzz. I agree.
Period. Healthy Bucks. So, because they already beat them in the midseason tournament. So I think I'm listen. I'm not going to say sweep. I'm not going to disrespect them like that. I think it's going to be in five. It's going to be done in five. I think they're going to win the first two games in Oklahoma. I don't think they have anyone that's going to do anything with SGA. And I just think they're not
I want to push back on that. I think Naismith
okay.
and Nemhart could give him a little bit of issues. I feel like Nemhart has been
Absolutely.
playing very well defensively. I think it'll come down to officiating with SGA.
Uh, for Nemhard thing, I think it's more so because look, both Dame and Brunson are smaller guards, so it is easy. And Nemhard's also not a big guard per
Right.
se, so it makes it easy for him to guard them.
Let
SGA is
me
also knows how to foul bait way better than both of them nowadays. So that also factors in. If you can get even
So,
a few fouls in, it doesn't matter how they're defending him. If they're getting foul trouble the whole time, you cannot do anything about it.
yeah,
That's fair. Go ahead, B Shack. That's fair.
SGA. Yeah, this gonna be fun because some of those cats are like ultra aggressive, and SGA is gonna use their aggression against them. He is a master with his slight body of drawing fouls, and they may be calling the games a lot, letting them play a whole lot more. But SGA is the MVP, and they are not going to let them just beat up on him. I trust me. And so, I listen. I think they are great defensive players, but SGA knows he looks at that. He says, "Okay, I'm using that to my advantage." So I just think that as I didn't listen. I didn't know Oklahoma City was this good. I saw them play the Bucks earlier, but I didn't really watch them that much in the rest of the season. But I started watching them in the playoffs, and I just don't think that Minnesota had a talented offensive player in Ant Man. Um, they pretty much uh, dealt with Brunson. The Pacers don't have really an explosive score that they have to worry about. The closest thing is Siakam, and they got answers for all of them, man. Everything that the Pacers think they can do, OKC's got an answer for it in spades. So I just can't wait because I can't stand the Pacers, and I just want them to be brought down to earth. I want to see that smile taken off of Halliburton's face. I want it to come off his face, man. I want to see his daddy sit down, and I want someone to rip that towel out of his hands
Oh wait, he's
because
back allowed, right? I think he's
to
allowed back on the
me,
court
to,
now.
to,
Yeah, he
here's
think he's
my
allowed now.
He's
Yeah.
he's on house arrest right now, but he's back.
he's
here's
back. He's on house arrest.
I didn't want to see him on the TV, man. I didn't want to see him on the TV. Let me ask you a question: was waving the towel his thing before the Giannis incident? Waving the
That's a good
towel
question.
Yeah,
because
that's your answer.
if he's doing it now more than he did before, that means he's mocking the NBA, man, and I don't like it.
No, he's been doing that, but clearly, I mean, what he did was ridiculously stupid,
Yeah.
and he paid for it. And so I
I
understand.
do
That's
think it
why I
was.
can't really be mad from all the Bucks hate. I get it. Like I'd be mad too, man. Like that was insane what he did.
I will say
Insane.
this
So
though.
he deserved it. He deserved it for
Yeah,
sure.
I will say
I
this.
get
I
it.
do think the punishment is a little harsher than it needs to be. Should you have banned him
Like
from
it
certain
should have
games?
been
Sure.
harsher.
Yeah, I don't. I think it should have just been a flat thing instead of saying until we say so.
Right.
Yeah.
It should have just been like you're allowed, or do a thing like you should actually do. Get him a booth somewhere so he doesn't come onto the court.
Right. There you go.
He can
That's a
still play,
fact.
watch the game, still see his still see his son play. So he does. That's all you have to do.
That's a simple fix,
No, what
actually.
you do, what what you do is put him at the top of the arena in the back row and let him watch from there. Let him watch from where the poor people have to watch from because
The $10.
he's in a he's in a fancy booth right now. Put him up there like where his back got to touch the
The
back
wall, the
wall.
back of the wall.
Half his
Put
vision
him
is
up
blurred out
there.
from a wall right here. It just
Yo,
looks
I
like
gotta
this.
go.
Okay, you got all right, bro. Appreciate you. Shout out to
All right,
Curated
baby.
Christian. Hey, tap in anytime, bro. Tap in anytime. Hey, we gonna go live for the finals too, Curated Christian. So tap in, support your squad, bro. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
I don't appreciate y'all.
I'm not as bad as 78. What I wish I could do, I wish I had
What up,
superhero
Nano?
powers. I wish I had superhero power just for a moment where I could turn into one of the Oklahoma City bench players and get the coach to check me in the game. I would take care of Halliburton. I would take care of Neesmith.
Okay.
Just let me be in one of their bodies just give me 2 minutes. They may not. They probably won't be able to play the rest of the series.
Well, you're gonna take over Usman Jane or
He's
something?
getting it. Hey, he getting his Rick Mahorn on. He getting his Rick Mahorn on.
You feel like, yo, it's gonna turn into a Nikola Topic real
Right.
quick. Just go inside the gate.
Yeah, man. I take one for the team, man. I take
There
one for
you
the
go.
team.
You got to do that sometime. Shout out to Montalando tapping in too. Shout out Montalando.
I'll get suspended for a game or two. I don't care, man.
Examples must be made. Hold on 1 second. Shout out to Maurice. Appreciate the $10 super chat. The Pacers' only chance to make the finals competitive is to shoot 60 to 65% from three and get up plenty of attempts. They will also need a favorable whistle, which I doubt they get OKC in 5. That is true. I think the officials are key in that series as well. How they officiate could swing momentum. If SGA is not getting those same calls, it's going to be a much more competitive series. We definitely will see. Montalando, appreciate you tapping in. What you think about today's game? What you think about Indiana versus OKC in the finals?
Hey, remember that nightmare I had?
About the Pacers
man,
going
it
to the
might be
finals?
true. It might be
Yeah.
coming true soon. But yeah, on a real note though, I have 2 points that I can't really make up my mind yet. But what I think is gonna happen is, Pacers can win it. I don't think they don't have a chance. They always have a chance because they beat the most overrated team, aka the
Cavaliers.
the Cavs,
Cavaliers.
right? They beat the Cavs and packed them up very fast.
Yeah,
They
they
beat the
packed us
Knicks,
up.
who are an even better team than them,
They
but they were
packed us
local.
up. And they packed us up.
They packed us up. I understand with injuries and whatnot, but they
Right.
were packing us up even with Dame playing.
Right.
But anyways, but what I think is the Pacers play in a way that they know each player where their position is. They have a role and they play to their role and
That's true.
to the maximum, and they play very hard. On the other hand, OKC they have the same play style. Not play style, but they play very hard as well. But they rely on a lot of threes. They rely on Shea giving them the catch and shoot three. Other than that, the Pacers are a much better talented team. They can go into a midi pull up. They can go to Siakam. They can go to um, they can go to Nemhard. They can even go to Halliburton at times.
Hell, they can even
But
go to TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell come off that bench and he start cooking people.
I'm telling you, TJ McConnell is a game changer. He's one of the best bench players in the NBA right now. Because this dude, every time he comes in, it's like completely changes the game. I think he might be the star of the team. If you give him
Damn, I'm not gonna jump out the window that far.
no. If you give TJ McConnell the starting time that Haliburton gets, he can do the same thing.
I don't know about that.
He a little too little. He a little too little. I think he's definitely a solid role player, though. I will definitely give McConnell his credit as a role player.
I see. As soon as what's his name, Halliburton sits down and they're having a stagnant game, TJ McConnell will come in and just light it up.
But I think that's his role, where it's limited minutes and just let him get it in those minutes. But I think over extended amounts of time that you would get diminishing returns on TJ. I think he's a 15-minute player, 15, 20-minute max a night player, max, I would say, to get his efficiency.
What I think about the Thunder, though, is they have Shea drawing freaking phantom fouls here left and right. The way that the way that Pacers play, they get away with a lot of hand checking, a lot of grabbing, a lot of jersey pulling, and a lot of like dirty moves. What I think is if they allow them to play like that, that's why the Pacers will win. If they don't allow them to play like that, that's their whole defense. I think the Pacers are a little overrated on defense, but they're a good defending team. I'm not saying they're not good, but they're a little overrated on defense.
Okay.
And the OKC play similar to them in defense. They have They have goon defense. What do I say? they have thug defense, I would say.
Right.
Like they'll come in and hand check you and grab you and they get away with a lot of things as well. So if they play physical, I think the advantage goes to Pacers. If they play, because they have bigger players as well too.
I
But
think
that's what I
Indiana
think.
has more of a chance than we think. If Obi
I'm
Toppin
giving
is
you.
playing well, if Thomas Bryant, their bench is playing well, I think they have more of a shot than people are giving them credit. I know
There's
B
a
Shack think this is a shot in the dark. He just like y'all say what y'all want to say. We gonna see y'all in 5. I know I
look,
said B
look,
Shack.
look.
B Shack just sitting there like
I
y'all say what y'all
I'm
want to
bringing it.
say.
I'm
I'll
gonna
see
bring it
y'all
back
in
One more,
five.
again.
one more thing, sorry, one more thing.
Go
I just
ahead,
want to say one more
Modelo.
thing. This is the last thing. Has Shea in this entire playoff series been picked up full court? Or
Wait,
full
put your
half
mic a
court?
little closer.
Hey, your
You have
mic is too far away. Your mic too far away. There.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good. Now there you go.
What I was saying is, has Shea been picked up full court the entire game, this entire playoffs?
they did do that against in the Nuggets series. So it didn't really
A
matter
little.
though.
Yeah, but the Nuggets played them the best out of the entire play
That's true.
series.
They took him 7. That's
They
true.
also the OKC also made some really stupid plays though in 2 of those games that they should have had, and that was more so coaching.
Now, one thing that will destroy the
Facts,
OKC
Mr.
is
Cool.
that full court pressure from the Pacers. They are really good at full court pressure. They will get you to turn over the ball or waste 10 or 20 seconds of your shot clock just to bring up half court.
Facts, Robin.
And that's what I think is the key. So watch out for that. If the Pacers are allowed to play physical and they play the way they've been playing the whole time, they're winning it all, Bill. That's my honest opinion. Everyone would say the OKC are going to sweep them. They're not going to sweep them. If they sweep them, I'll be the first one here and say, "Yeah, my bad. I was wrong."
Yeah, I can't see that. I can't see the Pacers getting swept. They too
I think
lucky. They got a
I think
rabbit's foot and everything else. I just can't see them getting swept. But
I,
go
I
ahead. Go
mean
ahead, B Shack. I know you've heard enough already.
I
Go
think
ahead, B
I
Shack.
think the solution to some of the uh, euphoria that we're experiencing now is simple. Just pick your remote control, go back to your DVR, and go back to the other night and turn on the game and look at the doggone defense. These dudes play.
I
They
see.
play.
I see
They
where he going.
we just watched the game, okay, and they look real impressive. But y'all got the. I have not got out of my mind what I saw the other night and what I saw during that series.
It's that.
And
So what you saw made you think about OKC.
those
That's what it
guys
is.
play like man, they part of a gang, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
they assaulting folks. They just come at you in waves. And then did you see the look on what's my man's name on Minnesota that came from the Knicks?
Dante?
No, Julius Randle.
Oh, Randall.
Did you
Randall.
see the look on his face? He looked like he wanted to file a police report. He
Right.
looked traumatized.
That's fair. True.
And because he couldn't get nothing off, man. So all I'm saying is this. Uh I'll just say this. I'm not gonna disrespect the Pacers. I just know that I don't see them winning this series. And but here's another thought that just kind of sent chills up my spine. Could y'all imagine if the Pacers won the NBA championship? If you think they're arrogant now,
Nah, right.
Oh my god.
they cannot win. They cannot. We cannot let them win.
It'll be too
I,
much. It will be
Oh
too
my
much.
goodness.
It
B-Tech,
will
They
I'm
be
they
too
working.
much.
they would be insufferable, man. They oh my they would be the worst sore winners that we ever had, man.
Oh, they will style like something we've never seen before winning a championship.
If there was one reason why we all should root for OKC, that's the reason. They cannot win, man. We cannot let them win. America can't allow it, man.
Yo, whoa, 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 whoa. He said America
America can
can't
allow
allow
it.
it. It's wild.
Nah, man. The MVP got to get a championship. MVP. Listen, Giannis won MVP. He got his championship. Jokic won MVP, got a championship. SGA won if he got to get a championship. Later for the Pacers, man. They gotta go. They have to go down, and they got to, they have to be runner ups this year. I'm sorry, they got to be runner ups because I cannot imagine a world when they are lifting up the trophy, man, and they are dancing around, and they are celebrating and they can't. Definitely not Indiana where all the confetti comes down. So I am rooting hard for the OKC Thunder. I'm rooting for them as if they were my team. In fact, my sister-in-law
Maurice
lives
got
out
your
there.
super chat here in a minute.
My sister-in-law lives out there, and some of my nieces and nephews. So I got a connection point. But
I got some exes that live out there, kick rocks and pound sand. Let's let the
it,
Pacers catch an L now.
yo,
My
so
bad.
I'm out, man. I just want to come on and just give my 2 cents, man.
Appreciate. Hey, we hold on, hold on,
There ain't nothing more I can say,
hold
man.
on. We gotta
Bring on
show
the
respect
series.
to B Shack, one of the more respected members in this community, this chat, extremely knowledgeable. Always thank y'all for getting the likes up for B Shack. Get the likes up for the
Appreciate
knowledge.
y'all.
Appreciate y'all, B Shack. Have a
Sorry,
good one.
Mr. Cool. Sorry, Mr. Cool. I had to go against you this time. Sorry, Mr. Cool. You know I
All right.
respect you. Sorry.
All right, B Shack. We'll see you for the finals. Appreciate you. Salute,
Yes,
salute.
sir.
All right, salute, B Shack. Let me redo these cameras. Let me get my boy super chat. Maurice, I see you. 1 second, brother. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. The appropriate punishment for Tyrese Yellow Pudding's dad walking up on Giannis was for GA to haul off and knock his beak backward. I assure you he would never walk up and taunt another NBA player again. We're not going to show violence, though. But I understand where you're coming from. As a North Side Milwaukeean, that would have been our response, but it wouldn't have been appropriate. But I feel where that energy is coming from. Because North Side Milwaukee, once you start walking towards me at a certain speed, I I have no choice but to let my hands go. I don't know what's happening, but we gonna figure it out after I let my hands go. You're not gonna walk towards me at at a certain pace. Oh no, I'm swinging off. But again, that's Northside Milwaukee trauma. I digress. My boy Super Chat here, Maurice. Hold on, let me get my other boys. Let me get my Maurice second super chat. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. Are y'all seriously talking about TJ McConnell being a factor against OKC? Y'all see what they did to Jamal Murray and Ant-Man? Them dudes are young savages out there, bro. Pacers are about to be swallowed. Is it like that? I'm trying to just be devil's advocate, other side of the coin. Y'all are just like, this is over. This is just, we're going through the paces. Is it really like that? No, I'm serious, y'all. This is too. Paz been laughing the whole time. Monalando laughing. Why do y'all think this series is a joke like this? The Pacers have gone through the gauntlet in the Eastern Conference. They have faced some stiff competition. They have been the underdog every time. Why are we going to count them out in the finals so easily and push them aside, besides them being our main ops? Besides that.
Okay,
Let's go with you, Pass first, and then you, Monalando.
other than the magnet ball that the Pacers have been having this whole playoff run, the other thing that matters in OKC
Pay attention to
has
what he
been
said here. Y'all heard him say magnet ball. Pay attention. Go ahead, Pass.
OKC has been historical in every single metric possible, literally everything. This whole playoff run. You want to know about how many times the OKC has had 10-0 runs? They had over almost 100. The next team has had maybe 20. That's how big of a gap there is. There's literally, if you look at their plus minus rating, even if you want to go by other stats, they are up top 5. The only team who are better than them,
facts, Robin,
is the 96 Bulls. That's it.
Wow, that says a
And
lot.
yes, the 96 Bulls and the 71 Bucks. Only 2 teams. You know who's under them? The 2017 Warriors.
Facts.
If you want to take into account how historical this team is, they are built. If there's only one team that I know for sure has a chance to repeat, it is OKC. And especially in this decade where there is a new championship every single year, this is the one team I feel confident that we might actually see another repeat.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. That's
Also,
a.
off topic also. For some reason, Reggie Miller got a vote for who can vote for ECF, and he voted on Haliburton. Who was surprised?
What a
Why?
bleacher.
Why does he have a vote?
Oh gosh.
Montalando, your thoughts? Oh, you too far. Yo, Mike, we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
You might be muted.
Oh, yeah, I think I'm muted. You
Okay,
muted me
no,
probably.
no, you good now. You good now. You good. You
Oh,
good.
okay, yeah. I get I get what you're saying, Pat. Like they've been having an historic season according to this era. You're forgetting this era is the no touch era. This is the no defense era, and this is the 3-point era. You're forgetting. Of course, you're gonna have this crazy historic season in this era when they're allowing you to play a certain way, and if they favor you, right? If you're the favorite, they're gonna allow you to play in a certain way. How many times does the favorite win? They win 50% or more, right?
Right.
They were the OKC have been a favorite over the Celtics, who were the champions last year. If you're looking at the favorites, so you got to look at the numbers too. Like these dudes, right? They're expected to win since day one, since last year, just because of their stats, just because of the things they're producing, right? If they don't win, it'll be the biggest upset ever, in my opinion. This is bigger upset than the Celtics in this year because they're the favorites by maybe. I'm not into gambling. I don't gamble, but
Same.
there's some fishy going on with the favorites, the favoritism in the NBA. For example, you can't even breathe next to SGA while Giannis can get triple team, pulled out of the air, and it's not a flagrant foul. Like I don't understand.
It's also
So
guards
this is
It's
versus
trauma,
bigs
B
though.
Shack. Trauma.
You also got to keep into account the guards versus big thing for fouls too.
okay. What
Even though
about
Giannis,
Dame? He's a guard.
they again the thing with the Dame stuff though is they use the model of how to deal on Dame.
Right.
That's my point. Favoritism.
No, I
I'm
know.
telling you, this is favoritism.
I know it is favoritism because they did the same thing too before. Like Luca, I'm sure Luca gets a lot of fouls that he probably shouldn't. Cat also
Yeah.
like gets some
Right.
dumb fouls. Even Cat does foul dumb, but he's getting some fouls that he probably shouldn't have not even had because they did call it for no reason.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I do
telling you,
agree
it's
with you with
favoritism.
that. But like that's you're gonna have them no matter what because these are refs at the end of the day. These are human
Yeah.
beings.
And
That's
can I
fair.
add a topping to that? Can I put the cherry on top for this?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
This
Montalando,
is two.
and then we'll go
This is
to
two
Bleacher.
teams. This is two teams that have been getting the favorite on both sides. If you look at the Pacers, how they're able to play defense, it's not even defense. That's literally hacking. That's fouls every time, and they pretend to be defenders. They're not defenders. They're allowed to play defense. That's what it is. Same goes with OKC. They're not defenders. They're not amazing. They're just allowed to play defense, unlike other teams. If you get my drift, this is you get me right.
No, I got you. Yeah.
This is a no-touch era. There's people who are defenders. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. You're not a defender. You're just being allowed to play defense. You're not a defender.
So
I
do you
mean, you're,
think? So you're thinking OKC is the calls are gonna go their way pretty much in this series?
I mean, I already had that
Yeah.
in the book. I already had that booked in. I expected that. There's
If
another thing.
I
The
the
thing I was talking about
OKC,
before.
Hold on 1 second. Pass. We go to Montalando.
Yeah.
Get you pass. Then we'll go to Bleacher. Go ahead, Montalando.
yeah, this is the last thing I'm saying. I hope the NBA proves me wrong because I have the Pacers winning because they're able to play it a certain way the entire playoff series. Same with the OKC, but the OKC have been pushed to 7 games by Denver because they got outcoached a little bit, just a little bit. But they got lucky with the threes, and then if you look at me, when they're allowed to play defense, other than unlike other teams. So what I think is that the NBA did a good job in allowing the teams that they want in the NBA finals.
I see what you did there. I'm not gonna touch that. I feel where you're coming from. Bleacher Report, boss, it's on you. Tell us about how you felt about today's game and what you think about OKC versus Indiana in the finals.
Well, I knew that as soon as they lost to the Knicks like that, I'm like, they're gonna win at home. They're gonna have to win at home. If they would have lost this game, there was no way they was gonna win in the end. I mean, I respect the Pacers fan coming on earlier, and
Yeah, shout
saying
out to Curated Christian, bro. Feel free to pop on anytime, bro.
Oh
Great
yeah,
energy, bro.
absolutely,
Great
absolutely.
energy.
You're very
that,
respectful and everything. Like
Right.
I told chat also like be respectful too.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he was
No,
respectful
it
to
was
us.
cool, bro. Curated Christian, dude. Salute.
I'm just being really honest. Honest, by what I know. If they call the calls with HGA like normal, the Pacers gonna lose the series. Just plain simple. I just don't see. I don't see this going. If they call it fair, if they call it good defense and all that, if they don't call the fouls that I think they're gonna call, then I give Pacers a chance. But it's all how the referees do it because if somebody just said, I think somebody just said in the chat, when Giannis gets fouled, he gets fouled.
Foul, right.
And he gets thrown to the ground. When SJ get fouled, it's like like,
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Yeah, it's a theatrics movement,
And
right.
WWE type of stuff he's doing. I'm sitting here, I'm like, that's not foul.
Yeah, he flailing like he that chick in the Black Swan when she danced,
Yeah.
and they be flailing just chest down. Just look at that.
Call
That
the
don't even.
call
As a man, why would you even want your body to do that? Just let me chill out. Go ahead, Bleacher. Let me chill out.
and
Go ahead.
that's been the problem. But I would say this is a couple matchups that you gotta looking forward to. What's Siakam want to do?
Yep,
If
facts.
okay, gonna stop Siakam or they gonna worry about Hallberg. If I'm okay,
I
I
stop
worry about Siakam.
I
You better,
feel you, but I think that if you stop Haliburton, I think Mr. Cool and B-Shack were saying that you cut the head off the snake. If you stop Haliburton, I feel like you stop that team.
Yeah, you do pretty much because he runs the offense.
He runs the offense. That's why I would say that if you stop Haliburton, you stop the Pacers. If they can get Lou Dort and Caruso to slow him down, because let's be real, Haliburton is good to have a stinker. It's not like he's gonna have a series where he's averaging 20. That's not what he does. He's gonna have an 8-point game in there, 12. It's gonna be something in there.
Yep.
And that's what he can't have in this series. He
It's
has
not the
to be
points.
consistently great. Yeah.
It's not the points you should be looking at. It's the assist number that you should be looking at. His assist to turnover ratio is the biggest indicator of how well he's.
That's a great point. Yep,
if he is what I think was it game 4 where he had like a 10-0 assist, 0
right.
turnover.
They're not going to lose.
That's what you want to look at. If he's
a great point.
Half the amount of turnovers of assists, that's a good sign for OKC.
Yeah, it's another bad look for too. Now, earlier I just listened to you guys. You said that Miles Turner played horrible, and my thought just went straight to check on
Chet Holmgren.
I would immediately to him. I'm like, well, if that's the case, if I'm OKC, that'll be my game plan right there going after with him.
That's true.
If I'm the Pacers,
Good point, Bleacher.
If I'm the Pacers, you know what? I'm gonna take everybody else play. Let SGA do his thing. Let him score his little 40 points or 30 points a game, but take everybody else out of the way.
He's not a 40-point a game guy. He's not that type of explosive. But yeah, 30, but not no 40s from him. He's not that type of guy.
Yeah, you got to take everybody else.
Oh no, in the way Pacers guard their star players, they do single coverage. There's a good chance he might average at least 35, 40, 30. He's going to average like near Giannis numbers, how Giannis was averaging. Every single star that Pacers have played, every single one has averaged 30 so far.
Interesting. Okay, we're going to see. We're definitely about to see.
There's a turn into like a sprint meet, but the Pacers are going to have to do something to make it feel that way because if they just think they're going to play their game and if SG gets his foul called, I don't see a chance in hell they're gonna win against the OKC. You just have to start. I mean, this is the first time I think that Rick Carl's gonna have to be in the refs' ears at this point. Like once it start happening, he would be like, "Look, man, let me give my guys a chance. It's the finals. Can't be calling that stuff, but
they gonna call it, sir. Don't you worry about that."
They gonna call it. So I see what Mon Lau was talking about because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, man, they gonna call that calls on for them. They ain't gonna give my a chance. This is the finals, man. This ain't no regular season games. This is the for everything. And you calling something like that just because you feel like it. No, you better make sure that if you don't see blood coming out, I ain't fouled yet. If your skins ain't coming off, I ain't fouled you yet.
Let me ask you this: what percentage of chance do you give the Pacers in this series? Bleacher, now we'll go to Pass and then Monalando. What chance do the Pacers have percentage wise in your opinion?
If it's fair or is the fouls?
As we see things right now today,
I'll give them 50%. I'm giving 50%.
Okay, Pass.
I'm lower than that.
Okay, what you got, Pass?
I am hovering around between 30 to 40%.
That's where I'm at too. I feel like 60-40 is fair in my opinion.
I found the stat, by the way. OKC's turnover ratio, they cause 18 turnovers a game, roughly.
That's a lot.
They only have 12 or 10 normally in average. Pacers, on the other hand, average 14 turnovers and average 13 turnovers and cause 14 turnovers. So this is what will come into play. That turnover battle will be very important in this series. Who is going to cause more turnovers? Because they can both do it. The question is who is going to do it better.
Do it better. That's a fair point. Great point, Pass. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, that, and I am 100% sure the pick and roll between Haliburton and Miles Bridges is not going to work at all in this series.
Miles Bridges.
Yeah, Miles Turner. Yeah. But it's not going to work. It does not work on a team like OKC. That's something they will live with. I have seen them do that against Jokic and Jamal, and that is a way better pick and roll. If they can stop that, it's so easy to stop something like this. You're not going against the Bucks. You're not going against the Bucks perimeter defense no more, where it's just like random players coming and throwing at you, two-way players who are like on 10-day contracts. It ain't Ajax. It ain't AJ Green. It ain't KPJ. This is Caruso.
Okay. Sure.
I want to see this series. Now, I just think the Pacers are going to get more of a fight than y'all think. I think
it'll be a good series. I'm not saying it'll be a bad series. I think it'll be probably the second best series. I think it'll be the third best series we'll see so far of this year. So far, my ranking is our series against the Suns. Still to this day, the best series of the 2020s.
What up, Patricia?
By far. Second one is Boston versus Boston versus Golden State.
Yep.
And this I think has potential to be the third. Because look, the bar's low. The last two were kind of mid. Let's be honest.
Yep. Agreed. On you, Monalando. Then we gonna go to Bleacher. Yeah, we can't hear you. There you go. There you go.
That's weird. My mic. Whatever.
It's the AirPods.
Right.
Yeah, bro. I lost my other one. This is my only one.
Oh, that's probably why. Then.
Right. Yeah, you all good now. You all good now, Monalando. That's all you, bro.
Yeah, man. I was saying, Pass. The thing about Miles Turner and Haliburton pick and roll. It's not a pick and roll. It's a pick and pop. They don't run pick and roll. The Pacers never run a pick and roll ever. All they do is pick and pop. So I think the best perimeter defense in the NBA. It was who was it? It was the it has to be the OKC, right? It was the OKC.
I'm pretty sure OKC had best perimeter and defense and
defense. Period.
No, overall yes, but I don't know about perimeter. It might have been Houston actually. I'll take a look.
They'll be top two. Yeah, they got to be top two.
They were top there though. They were top 5 though.
If you're having a historic season like that, I mean, you probably have the best defense all around. So, and you can make an adjustment. But yeah, I was saying like, I don't want to like say the same thing over and over, but I feel like if it's ref fairly, or if it's officiated fairly, if the script writers write it properly, then the Pacers are the good guys and the OKC are the bad guys. But if it's unfair, like how I expect it to be, it's gonna be the OKC.
I agree with that. That's
they're not a bad team. They're a good team.
No, I agree. That's why I said I'm going 60-40. I'm saying 60-40, Monalando.
this is what I'm saying. Like this end area in NBA, they're just not impressing me. They're not impressive. They're just not like some world beaters that's gonna shoot the lights out or who's gonna
Soon, Mr.
win
Cool.
every time. You never know with this NBA. One day the best team in the NBA, right? The next moment they're getting blown off the court for 4 by 40. I don't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm giving the Pacers so much of a chance,
Facts,
even though
Scotty.
there are ups. There are ups. I
Right.
understand. This is
Agree,
the
but
reason why I'm
but I
giving
think
them
they
a
do.
chance.
They deserve a fair chance. That's
All
what I'm
right,
saying. I don't think they're
I
gonna get killed.
I found the stat.
Yeah,
This is playoffs
but
only, mind you.
Uh huh.
For perimeter
I hope
defensive
the
rating.
OKC win.
Here's the rating. Here's the ranks. OKC has
Okay.
a 106.2 perimeter defensive rating. The
Dang.
next team is the Celtics at 108.4. Pacers are 113.9. So 114 roughly. That's a huge gap.
That's a bit of a gap. Damn.
Yeah.
If you guys are curious where we're at, we are second to last.
Damn.
119.9.
All the
Hey, it makes
momentum
sense
says
though.
OKC. Did this feel like Buster Douglas versus Mike Tyson the way y'all making this sound?
Literally, I
Damn.
kid you
It
not. I
does,
kid you
yeah.
not. We were the second worst defensive team in the
I'm
whole
not
playoffs.
surprised. I'm not
Only team
surprised.
I'm
that was
not
worse than
surprised
us
though.
was the Heat.
Bleacher on you, bro. What you think, bro?
Before I comment, Mr. said I hate these commercials. Get YouTube Premium, man. Get it.
That's
Hey,
YouTube, bro. Ain't nothing I can do about that,
I
Mr. Cool.
mean,
My bad.
there's another way
Yeah.
to fix that issue, but I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
Yeah.
You get VPN.
Whatever you gotta fix, like I fixed my problem. I don't got to that.
Go ahead, Bleacher. So you, what you think about the? What you think about it, bro?
Like my letter said, I just want a fair series and not be like a foul merchant stuff going on and everything. I just feel like probably ain't gonna give a fair chance anyway with the media. Media's probably happy about this. They're like, oh,
That's a great question.
guys, at least two mediocre teams. Like we didn't want this. We wanted the Knicks. Blah blah blah. Like you gonna have to talk about both of these teams.
Right.
All like, you had to do it a couple years ago. You got mad about it before, but it just who cares what you think? We saw some good basketball. Playoffs. Aside the Bucks not playing good, but it's been all these two teams. We're gonna see a team that's not gonna, for the first time win it, but it's like it wasn't a big superstar on the team.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna say SGA, but I'm just saying he just became,
Canvas, yeah, he's not like a household name.
a household name. Nobody know who he really is. So it's like now you got two different teams that nobody really knows in the finals. We got, but
Damn.
it's,
I got a
but we know,
question for
like,
y'all after your comment before we get up out of here. Maurice got a great comment. Go ahead, Bleacher. Then I'm gonna pass that question to all of y'all. Go ahead, Bleacher.
all right. I just want to say also, just want to play. Should hopefully play two games good against each other, but overall, I wish that the game was enjoyed more than just having who's playing or where it's
Right.
playing. It's too much of the market ain't good this or
Right.
that. I'm tired of it. But it was good for the Pacers. Still, I still don't like you. I give you a 50% chance, and that's all I'm giving you.
All
And
right, Bleacher.
that's all I'm
Appreciate.
giving
Appreciate you. Hold on. Maurice got a question. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. The question is to ask is what matchup advantages do the Pacers have to take advantage of against OKC? I'm interested to hear the chat's thoughts. I can see Siakam being a problem, but who else? That's a great point. If you put it like that, then I don't really know if Pacers have any advantages besides heart and determination. Start with you, Pass. Then we gonna end with Bleacher. Go ahead, Pass.
That's actually a very good question.
Right,
Because
man. Shout out to
I'm
Maurice.
you. Reese
I'm
come up
thinking
with
about
a
it.
fire.
Right. Shout out
I'm
to
thinking
Reese.
about it now. Yeah,
I got
I'm thinking about it now.
Go ahead. I got
Normally,
think.
Patriots have had a huge advantage of bench scoring, especially.
Right.
They really don't have it against the OKC, do they? Because their bench is just as good, if not better, than yours.
There we go.
So that's another factor. Offensively, the Pacers have been, I think, the second best offensive team. technically the best because the Cavs are kind of inflated from the first round.
Right.
However, OKC is only a point off. It's 118 to 117. But OKC's defense is a huge factor in where they're much better defensively. So those two things matter in heavily. I still think it is going to be a close series, but I don't know. My gut tells me OKC in 4 or 5. Man, I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. I appreciate you, Pass. All you, Monalando. Then we gonna go to Bleacher. Then I'm gonna get to the chat. Go ahead, Monalando.
Wait, what was the question? What was the thing that Maurice said again?
Maurice wants to know what advantages do the Pacers have in this series.
Oh, okay. I have a good answer for that. So another thing about the Pacers, the way they play is they hunt mismatches. I don't think there's a single mismatch on OKC. I'll be
Why would
honest.
you do that, Monalando?
I
Why
know
would you?
exactly.
I don't think there's
As
a
soon as he
single
said that, I
mismatch.
knew he was gonna bring it
Oh,
up.
you switched on to Lou Dort. Let me cook Lou Dort. What is he gonna do? Nothing. Oh, you
So
switched on to
so the
Chet.
Pacers
I'm gonna
don't really
block
have
you.
an angle. Then, in your opinion, then Monalando, they don't have an angle. That's
They got
fair.
Look,
No, all they have is heart. That's it.
That's
they
it.
got
I agree
magnet.
with that.
They got magnets.
They got
You're not
magnets too,
gonna let
yeah.
this go. Y'all are not gonna let this conspiracy
They
theory
got
go.
Reggie Miller on the commentary, so
There
that's
we
okay.
go. There we go. He's
Oh
definitely biased.
no! It's on ABC, right?
Yeah, they know
Yeah.
Reggie.
They don't know Reggie. They ain't got nothing.
Bleacher on you, bro. Bleacher.
All right, I'm gonna say this. Only person that got a little bit advantage is Siakam. A little bit. It's like I talk about tiny grain. That's it. That's it. Everybody else it just the
Damn.
mag. We watched the Bucks play.
I
They
gotta say something, Maurice. I was sitting here trying to just be PC and get the Pacers a chance, and you want to come in here and provide a super chat that's the most logical that we've heard all day. Shout out
look.
to Maurice. He's like, stop all of this. Y'all tell me what the advantages the Pacers have. We can't tell you any, sir. I'm gonna be honest. We can't tell you any.
Dude, we need
Remember
more. We
this.
need more Pacer fans coming to this live, man. You
All
guys gotta
right,
tell us.
all right, because I don't know. Go ahead, Bleacher, before we get out of here.
Remember this. When the cup happened, they had to put 4 different guys against Giannis just to try to stop him. That's how great he was because
Right,
he's like this is the difference between a superstar and between the mega superstar and just a star player.
right.
Like like the Pacers have star but not superstar players, and that's the difference. They could if you say OKC versus Milwaukee, you already said who's the advantage. Giannis, that's it. And then it's like everybody else got to fall in line. But it's like with the Pacers, like Siakam maybe that's like if.
Siakam has been hooping though, so that's the only person I would give any
Honestly,
threat.
Siakam's been underrated this whole
Yeah,
season.
I
To be
agree.
honest with you.
I think if I was going to give anybody advantage, it would be Siakam.
If there's a
But
new playoff riser, he is up there as like
I
a
agree.
really high playoff riser.
I agree. Appreciate y'all, man, tapping in. Bleacher, always a pleasure. Pass, always a pleasure. Monalando, shout out to Toronto. Shout out to Jersey. Shout out to Fond du Lac. Appreciate y'all tapping in. We are going live after every finals game, so hopefully all y'all tap in. Pacers fans, all that tap in, especially my boy Curated Christian.
Yeah,
Appreciate y'all
please come
tapping.
back on.
Yeah,
It
dude
was a
was
pleasure
legit.
talking
Yeah,
with you,
hold
man.
Yeah,
up.
absolutely.
They're on your
Appreciate
team.
y'all.
They're on your team, bro. They're on your
Yeah,
team. No
absolutely.
mistake, team, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah, be
Appreciate.
delusional, man. I don't care. Be delusional as much as you want. We
Right.
want that.
Right, exactly. All right, Paz. Appreciate you, Paz. All right, Monalado, appreciate you. And then VP, appreciate you, bro. All right, y'all. Tap in Brandon before we get up out of here. Get this in here. All right, Brandon, what you think about today's game? What's going on with OKC versus the Pacers in the finals? It's on you.
What up? Um, I'm thinking it probably be a good theory, but it might be a cakewalk.
That's what they saying.
It might be a cakewalk because Indiana only got the night advantage. That means Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
than that, OKC defense is something else.
Right. Maurice exposed the hell out of Indiana with that question. He took all the wind out of my sails for trying to get him any type of hope. Like, they don't have no advantage. I mean, maybe coaching. Their coach might be better, but that's I, it. I don't
Cause
know.
I'm thinking, hold on, I'm thinking everybody needs to go hard. Everybody. Because how you get, you cannot stop OKC. Because they too bad. They got Caruso and Durant. And Will. That Will do. Because,
What up, to Red?
because if you stop, because nobody on the Pacers side can guard him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm thinking, I don't know what to say about this, but in my mind, in my heart, I'm going with OKC.
Okay, I feel you. So how long?
You know
How
what?
many
What
games?
you
No, 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 no. How many games you think the series is gonna go?
I'm thinking that six game or 5 game.
Okay, 6 or 5. I can see that. I want to give the Pacers a game or two. Will, that's what I'm saying. I say 5 or 6 games. 5 or 6 games.
Mm, I'm not because I'm not. I'm not. I'm not because Haliburton, you you just be
But they
surprised to
still,
make.
but they still gonna lose though, Brandon. I'm just saying they gonna win 2 games. They still gonna lose. That's what matter, right? It don't all that extra don't matter. We just want them to lose. They gonna lose. I'm just saying I don't think they gonna get swept. That's all I'm saying. I feel like they got a little bit more heart than to get swept. That's all I'm saying. I do expect them to lose the series. I just don't think they're gonna get just ran out of the building like everybody is saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm excited. It's not until next week Thursday, but I'm excited, and we will be going live to talk about the series before it start. Probably go live maybe Tuesday or Wednesday next week too. So y'all stay tuned for that as well. Go ahead, Brandon,
Also,
before we get up out of here.
also the Knicks, they tried. They tried. They
That's it.
tried
Yeah, that's it. That's
because
it. But
hey,
we
I
already
think
knew that series was over early though. When they choked that first game, how they choked that, we already knew they was done. And we also know that if the Knicks would have played the OKC, they would have got swept. So I do expect a more competitive series with the Indiana Pacers versus OKC. But I clearly understand, friends and family, that OKC has the advantage. I get it. I'm just saying Indiana's been counted out multiple times and they've showed up. So that's why I'm saying give them a game or two. To say they go get swept, I just can't. I gotta push back on that. I gotta push back on that. But
and
I'm excited for the game next Thursday though. Definitely excited.
definitely we're gonna talk about our Bucks pretty soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So take it one day at a time, y'all. Take one step at a time. Hey, I'm thinking I'm gonna watch this final too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna watch it.
Oh yeah, we going live after every finals game. So Brandon, we appreciate you, bro.
No problem, but
All
take
right.
it one day at a time. Take one step at a time. I got y'all.
All
I
right,
love
bro.
y'all.
All right, bro. Go. All right, y'all. Pacers won today, but I guess it doesn't matter since they about to get their head beat in by OKC. But hey, they got to the finals. Knicks got their head beat in game 6, 125, 108. Pacers are moving on to the finals. The finals start next week, Thursday. Game 1 will be in OKC, Pacers versus OKC, and we'll be going live at the conclusion of all those games to chop it up and see what friends and family and other fans think about this game. Again, this is the most elite community in the on YouTube. We are the Anunnaki of the YouTube ecosystem. Y'all look that up. Anunnaki, the originals, the best of the best. We that. Appreciate y'all tapping in. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Share the electrifying content with the people. Best visuals, best audio, best everything. Y'all see the chat. Get to it. I see you in the chat too, Robert Allen. I see you typed in late. Patricia, I see you. Appreciate y'all tapping in too, Red. I see you. T, what's good? It's Moose. You need to tap in, bro. Next live, bro. Appreciate you. Make sure I shout out everybody. I might have missed a couple people. Friends and family, appreciate y'all all tapping in. Comment, like, subscribe, share the electrifying content with the people. We the best for real. Gone.